How's it going, everybody? I'm meteorologist Joey Craig, just back with your daily forecast. Today, it's a lot of similar things as we've been talking about for the past few days. A pretty stagnant weather pattern that we've been sitting in over the last close to a week now. Cool, dry air mass for pretty much the entire country, kind of sticking around, anchored under a high pressure system right now. That extreme fire danger out in California is expected to continue through at least today. But then improving towards tomorrow and the end of this week, winds really dying down, which is great for the ability to get those fires under control. And then we do have some Arctic air expected to return for pretty much the entire country as we move into the weekend here. An Arctic cold front expected to come through really Saturday night, dropping those temperatures up to 25 degrees below average in many areas. Some light snow showers could be expected for a few people, but really it's just going to be a cold, dry air mass that's moving in and dropping those temperatures. But before we get into the rest of the weather, Raising Hail Tour 2025 starting on February 4th up here in Edmond, Oklahoma. And then we're going to move through Texas, Illinois, Colorado, Nebraska, and Florida. That first show there, a lot of the Mets here at A Hail Trace are going to be at that event. So come by and say hi, see who makes your maps and gives you your reports and things like that. We'll be there. And then we do have a coupon code for $10 off, RHT Taylor 10 for $10 off your tickets there. So stop by and see what we're expecting for the hail season coming up for this year. So yesterday, not a lot was going on. A few snow showers out in the Black Hills, some lake effect snow still going on, dropping a few more inches off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. Lake Huron had some lake effect snow too, kind of out near Toronto. And then some snow showers starting to pick up in the Appalachian Mountains of West Virginia, and some light scattered rain showers along the Gulf Coast area. Nothing super eventful for yesterday. Here's what we're looking at for temperatures though. See below average temperatures moving throughout the Ohio River Valley right now. Some above average temperatures actually for the northern Great Plains, giving them a little bit of a break before those extremely cold temperatures move in over the weekend. They'll see some warmer temperatures stick around through the end of the week here, and then just those temperatures are just going to drop out and bottom out Sunday into Monday up there. For right now, looking at, I guess you can call it a warm front up there. Temperatures still around right around freezing up there. So wouldn't exactly call it warm, but it is warm when the temperatures you're replacing were below zero. So a little bit of relief up there for temperatures getting a little bit closer to above normal up there. Then cold front moving through central Texas right now, kicking up some of those light rain showers along the Gulf Coast near the Houston area. Looking up north here, Minnesota, some light snow showers, light mixed precipitation moving through the Dakotas, not too much out there. And then again, those rain showers, thunder showers right around the Houston area. For temperatures, we're looking at 15 degrees in Minneapolis, warm temperatures moving in from the west, replacing those cooler temperatures just above freezing for the far northern parts of the country. And then 60s out on the west coast here. And then down in Florida, we got 70s, of course, always nice down there, or I should say most of the time. And then northeast here, we've got temperatures just slightly below freezing, which is typical when you see those larger snow events up there like they've been having for the past few days. Got a few current alerts here that we're going to be talking about. Lake effect snow warning still in effect for the areas along Lake Erie here, 4 to 8 inches additional snowfall possible, and then a winter storm watch out there for West Virginia and parts of Pennsylvania and Maryland, up to 10 inches possible for that, and that is through Friday. And then have an extreme cold warning in that area of West Virginia as well, where temperatures are going to be dropping to about -15 degrees in some areas, or wind chills dropping to -15 degrees in some areas out in West Virginia. For the West Coast here, looking at the Los Angeles area, that particularly dangerous situation, red flag warning still in effect through 6 p.m. today. That's when winds are expected to die down. Firefighters will be able to get a little bit more containment on those fires, and then we do have a wind advisory in place for some of the higher elevation areas, and then when you have those valleys, it kind of funnels in all of those high-speed winds. So just a little bit breezy out there in some areas, but not nearly as bad as we were seeing yesterday, and then towards the end of last week when they had some very strong wind gusts. Now the Palisades fire, no increase in acreage from yesterday, up to 19% contained, up from I believe 17 or 11%, I can't remember, from yesterday, and then 2,200 structures destroyed. Now that damage assessment continuing, the number of homes counted is being added all together. And then out towards the Eaton fire, again, no increase in acreage, about 45% contained now, up from around 35% from yesterday, I believe. 4,600 structures destroyed now out there. And luckily, with how strong the winds were yesterday, the firefighters were able to keep this fire from growing too strong. That containment line along the southern edge of the fire perimeter holding strong, not allowing the fire to jump that containment line and continue to burn into Altadena and Pasadena here, preventing the fires from growing just out of control, especially given the high winds that they had. So just a great job done by all the firefighters. I believe they're well over 7,000 people working on all of these fires right now. So just a great job by everyone out on these fires, keeping them from growing anymore over the last couple of days. So we do still have critical fire weather for today, though. Sustained winds of up to 25 miles an hour, and then isolated gusts up to 65. Relative humidity a little bit higher than yesterday, 10 to 20% rather than below 10%. So a little bit easier to hold these fires in check out in the Los Angeles area. And then tomorrow, fire risk significantly decreasing, only at an elevated fire risk out there. And then as we move through the rest of the week, not a whole lot to talk about for fire danger out there. The only risk is that the fires are still ongoing. But the fire conditions at least should improve, allowing those firefighters to likely get the fires mostly contained as we move towards the end of the week here. So extended precip outlook here, some snow moving through the Great Lakes region, especially higher snowfall amounts along the eastern shorelines of any of the Great Lakes here. Usually they are going to get some heavier snowfall out of that, and then some light thunder showers moving through the Gulf states again, pretty much through the rest of the week here. So some decent rainfall for Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, and then we have another little band of rain moving through the southwestern U.S. here as we get towards the end of the week. Some snow showers continuing to progress through the northeast and into the Ohio River Valley. West Virginia is expected to get the bulk of the snowfall out of this event here, with the Appalachian Mountains running through there, squeezing out more of the moisture as it ascends up the higher peaks there. But then things really begin to calm down. We have that Arctic cold front moving through, so you're going to see the snow dissipate as we get into Sunday. That cold air drying, not allowing any precipitation to reach the ground. So most of the precipitation is going to be ahead of that cold front, which you can see moving through the east coast there. That's where most of that snowfall is going to be. So we can see it kind of on our jet stream here as we look towards the end of the week here. The ridge that has been holding that high pressure system right over Idaho and Montana, that begins to break down. Low pressure system over the Los Angeles area, that begins to weaken, so those Santa Ana winds aren't going to be as strong. They're still going to be there, just a little breezy, no extreme winds like we saw with the past couple events. And then we're going to see a nice little trough move through the southern plains here, possibly bringing some rain to Texas, maybe some snow to the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, but really nothing super eventful. And then we get this Arctic cold front moving through this big trough, setting up all of these areas expected to be below average, see below average temperatures. Really the only area that's going to be seeing above average temperatures is out on the west coast, where they aren't as affected by that low pressure system. We've got this really strong jet streak off the northeast coast there. That's going to be have some support for some precipitation along the east coast. So we can take a look further into those what those temperatures are going to be as we get to the end of the week here. See that little bit of a ridge, warmer temperatures pushing up into the central U.S. here. Temperatures just slightly above freezing for the upper Midwest, and then we're going to see those temperatures really start to drop off as that cold front moves through Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures, high temperatures for Saturday afternoon, looking to be in the low double digits to mid single digits for the upper Midwest, and then below that, where the cold front hasn't quite gotten through, temperatures could be in the 40s, 50s, 60s, depending on how far south you are. And then things get really cold Sunday morning. Temperature, Bismarck, the low temperature, -12 degrees, -6 for Minneapolis, and these are with some pretty strong winds as well. So looking at our future wind chills, you'll see not a ton of movement, and then you'll see that cold front and all of this cold air start to push in, getting into Fargo, 20-degree wind chill right now, and then you'll see that just drop off going into Friday evening, 2-degree wind chill, 12 for Minneapolis and Superior, Wisconsin, and then getting fairly cold by Saturday morning, looking at the very most -degree wind chills for much of the upper Midwest, and those will only continue to drop as they move into Sunday morning and Monday morning. Look to be where the bulk of that cold air is. So extended temperature outlook, like I said, west coast really the only area expected to be at or slightly above average in terms of temperature. The rest of the country, though, looking like it's going to get pretty cold, especially this little bullseye here around Dallas, moving up into Arkansas and Louisiana. That's where they're going to see the furthest below average temperatures from the January 20th to 24th. That's where that coldest, or not coldest, but furthest below average temperatures are going to be. And then rain outlook or precip outlook, snow outlook this time of year, usually drier than average for a good chunk of the country. And then the Dakotas and Montana could see a little bit of snow showers as that cold front moves through. And then along the Gulf Coast, of course, they have that rain that they've been seeing that's expected to stick around for the time being. But that's all we got for today. If you want to stay up to date with all we do, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Or if you're interested in purchasing a plane, go ahead and scan that QR code up above me. Or you can give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com, or check out our website at www.hailtrace.com.